What is up, everybody? It's King Kuntha, and today I have another amazing World of Warcraft gold farm for you guys. And in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can make up to 70 to 100k in as little as 10 minutes just running this super simple instance. Now, I am going to disclose that the item that we are looking for is transmog, but you actually have pretty good chances to get some transmog pieces out of this instance, as well as actually being able to pick up some primal fire and some good stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and show you the instance. Also, I actually have a merch store now, so if you could check out the merch in the description below if you're interested in any of that, that'd be great. And yeah, so I've got that down there. But the instance we're going to be looking for is Black Rock Cavern. Now, Black Rock Cavern is located in Black Rock Mountain, which is located in the Eastern Kingdoms inside of Burning Steeps. So it's located right here, not super hard to get to. This is Black Rock Mountain. Now, as soon as you enter, it might be a little confusing for some new players or maybe people that aren't very familiar with this instance in general. When you first enter, the entrance is right here, and you're going to go ahead and as soon as you enter, you're going to go ahead and want to take a right and head to this little broken door right here, because this is actually where the instance is, and it's not really marked on the map for anyone other than like there's a little tunnel back here. So you definitely want to go ahead and make sure that you got the right location first. So we're going to go ahead and just enter the instance right here. It's just right in this little area. Obviously it didn't load in because my computer, I don't know why it's doing that. Started doing that, I don't know. Anyways, so now that we are in the instance, we are going to be looking for two items, and two items really in specific. And those are going to be the Razor Wind Hammer, which currently is selling on my auction house for about 100k right now, and across all auction houses the average is about 80k, but on some of these lower pop servers I've actually seen it up to 200k. So you definitely want to check what server you're on and the price in your server, because if you don't, you could just end up farming something that's actually worthless. Now, the other item that we're going to be looking for is the Steel Spark Hammer. Now, the Steel Spark Hammer sells on average for about 50k on most servers for the average, and then on my server it's going for about 80k. Again, my prices are just a little bit higher than most servers right now. And yeah, so it's obviously they're two very good items, and they are zone drops too. So these are actually only tied to the Burning Crusade. So all you really, or not the Burning Crusade, I'm sorry, vanilla. But all you actually have to do is just run through here and kill everything, because they are literally all just, they can all drop it. They all have an equal chance to drop the item. Now, a couple bosses in this instance do have a greater chance to drop some of these items, so keep that in mind. Obviously you're going to want to kill the bosses, but this is a little bit of a longer instance as well, because of course there are a lot of lore moments in it, so it can get a little bit tedious at some moments. Keep that in mind as you're running this dungeon. It can take a little bit, but it's definitely worth it, because you're actually going to have an opportunity at a lot more transmog pieces than you normally would running any other dungeon. And I haven't really seen any YouTubers or anybody cover this farm nearly as much. I think just because they don't really know some of the items that are in it. And a lot of the items that are able to drop from this instance, actually there's not a lot of them on the auction house really. I've looked across tons of markets now, and it doesn't seem that like a lot of people are farming these items, so it could definitely be worth it for you to go ahead and pick up some of these transmog pieces, especially if it could only take you about 10 minutes to go ahead and do it. It really wouldn't take you any time or anything. So I definitely recommend you guys check that out, check this location out. It's insanely worth it. You can get some pretty good items out of it. The instance is a little bit long and a little bit tedious, but it's definitely worth it. I've run this instance hundreds of times, and I love it. I love running this instance, and you actually have a good chance at getting some very, very good items out of it. Now, it can be a little bit long, so obviously I definitely recommend having Bear Tartar, because that of course is just going to increase the speed and efficiency that you're going to run anything in general, as well as just being a druid or a character that has some kind of movement speed buff or increase will help you as well, because ideally you just want to go ahead and run the instance as soon as possible, hide behind a corner, make everything run to you, and then AoE them all down. Now again, you're also going to want a spell with a big AoE, but as you can see, we're getting into the part of the instance where just a ton of mobs are at, and I'm getting ready to start get my real farm on, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and switch to Moonkin form, and then we're going to go ahead and just target random one, and then we'll go ahead and just sunfire them all down real quick. Spam Q a little bit. We'll go ahead and throw a little bit of Lunar Strike in. And yeah, so as you can see, super easy. Just run through the whole thing. And also, if you're a disenchanter, you're going to have a lot of fun in this farm as well, because you're actually going to be able to sell some of these off and actually make a decent amount of gold for them. So that's all I really had for the video. If you did like the video and found it interesting, helpful, useful, anything along those lines, if you could leave a like or a comment section, or a comment down below. Sorry, don't leave a comment section. I don't know how you do that. Don't do that. If you can do that, don't. But leave a comment down below. Also, leave Kappa at the end of your comment if you have a question or something like that. That's just how I filter them out, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to read people who have like important questions to ask me. Yeah, so also don't forget to check out my merch store. I hope you guys like it. I worked pretty hard getting that set up for the past couple days, so I'd just like to bring some, I don't know, new stuff to you guys. Anyways, it's been King Kunta, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.